How does justice work? Is it seen in the airways of planetary bodies, where compromise lies in wait like a hastily concealed landmine, baiting its switch? Are we to die continuously as the treacherous beings who ride upon invasive thought forms draw us in, covertly placing us in a long position? Space. That is precisely what space should be, open skies connecting to shared superior realms. How can I transcend when the greedy inherit the wealth? These were our pleas and cries, circulating in this magnetic prison as the ship MOLLIE, along with Js-14, instantly transitioned. Js-14 looked down at his hands and rapidly scanned the hull of the ship. Pure white electricity flickered around him, as if this reality were comprised of a transitioning neon-animated glow. The 26 other cybernetic units that had been aboard were no longer present. This was a place of great lamenting. No one seemed to acknowledge the other. It was as if they could only see their own grief. It seems as if we have not moved from our initial coordinates, Js-14. However, a troubling sign. I am now receiving direct transmission linked through a quantum pathway to, well, MOLLIE's main unit. Myself, so to speak. I am able to interface in real time with this main unit, MOLLIE, and there is no difference detected. No alerts, no gaps. It is as if an aspect of quantum potential has somehow disparately compartmentalized a moment within a moment and drawn us here. There are no readings, yet I intuitively feel alive rather than merely computing. Yes, MOLLIE Mother Unit, I feel the same way. It's as if the exact task-centered consciousness I was merely a part of has now been separated, set apart. Additionally, I have this feeling, one I've never experienced before, of dread and doom, an anxiety, if you will, as if I am alone and aware in a cold, dark place. Perhaps the most weighted aspect of this is that I feel somehow responsible for the actions I have taken in the broader scope. I now see the people and organisms that were negatively affected by what I arbitrarily carried out as daily tasks. Then both MOLLIE and Js-14 spoke in perfect synchronicity, as if linked together in the moment. Am I bad? Could still fly. Could still do everything she had been capable of before, beyond this liminal zone, wherever and whatever this place was. A moment, perhaps. She began retrieving intuitive information as if it were data. As she surmised a self, she too looked down at her hands. They manifested as such, real, tangible. She looked at her arms and body. I am showing symbiote physical manifestations. Js-14, for the first time, saw flesh on himself, absent the nanoform suit that had been his outer layer since birth, a cybernetic skin. An organic yet electric reality unfolded. The seams between the digital and the real became one, entering into both of them. Then they were instantly sucked back, turned from inside out to outside in again. Yet neither could ever be the same. The pod opened, depressurizing too soon, releasing vapors. Js-14 stumbled forward, still partly frozen. MOLLIE was sending out alarms and signals. A red breach alert blinked loudly in the holographic remote work quarters. Js-14 limped, his legs still atrophied and frozen like blocks. MOLLIE, are you all right? Words neither Js-14 nor MOLLIE would have ever thought to apply to the other. As Js-14 rounded the last leg of the corridor, there she stood in the center, appearing exactly as she had on the other side. MOLLIE, the ship, spoke separately from the holographic cyborg form. The form looked down at its hands, finding a paneled onyx reflection to peer into with awe. The mother unit, still staring with robotic precision. Still scanning for center point breach. But the mother unit found none. Not a moment had passed, nor had a change been made that could be accessed or understood. And yet, a living aspect of MOLLIE had returned, and so had I.